Welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and I'm here today with my cameraman Houston, and we are really excited to bring you brand new window cutting dies from hot off the press. These are so brand new, so hot off the press, that we are working with prototypes today. So the packaging that you will see on our website, paperwishes.com, and that you would receive when you order them are going to be very different. They would have a nice header, and typical of all hot off the press projects and packaging, we have a project featured on the back of every package rather. And we also have from Paper Discovery these great cutting dies that coordinate perfectly with the window cutting dies. So come play with us and see what we've got for you today. The first window cutting die I have is called the Scroll Window Die by Hot Off the Press. And this is what it looks like when you use both dies together. So there's two dies here. Okay, so when you use them both together, you cut out a window. And then if you want to cut it directly from the front of your card, you would use this main die and just place it on the center of your card. I like to use a little dab of stencil tape or even some washi tape to hold that in place and run it through your machine, and then you'll actually cut the window from the front of your card. So this one comes with two dies, and let me show you some cards that you can do with this. So here we have this, the scroll, and this one I cut directly from the card front, and then the inside I put these sweet little houses that come from the Paper Discovery. This is the Little Village set. So when you, of course, close your card, you see the little village in the background. Let me show you really quick how this works. So on this particular card, same idea here, I covered the card front with some paper. I just did one layer, any more than the layer of the card itself, and then one more layer of cardstock. You have to use a little bit of shimming to get a good impression on that, and any more than that I wouldn't recommend with this particular technique. It's just too hard on your machine. And then I went ahead and cut it from, used both dies. So I used the single die here, okay? And then to get the white window, oops, I used both dies together. And then I could just use the Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Glue, which I love that, little fine point tip, and align the windows together and glue one over the other. And then on the inside, you have this really nice clean cut window. So that's one example. And here's another one that our friend Heidi made. And I love what she did here. She lined the window in some patterned paper, used some die cuts, little bees and some flowers. I think that's really charming. And then on this one, she used it to make a shaker card, which is really a fun idea. So the shaker is here where she's built that up with foam tape, this layer, put foam tape around the edge here on the back, and then added her acetate behind the window, and then adhered that all to the front of the card. She's got that little shaker going on. The next window is called the Lacey Window Cutting Die, and it also has two pieces, okay? And when both pieces are used together, you can cut the window out like this. And if you just use the inner window, so this is the inside die, if you put that on the center of your card and run it through, okay, you'll get this cut from your card. Now that's because the die portion is right here, and then this portion at the top and the bottom acts as an embossing element, so it's actually not going to cut this part through. Okay, so you have two different styles there. Let me show you some card examples. This is the one that Debbie made. Really adorable. She cut hers out of black cardstock and white cardstock. And then from the white, she went ahead and cut the little lace and glued that in between each panel right over the black ones. And then she also cut a second black window, and then she did a little paper piecing and cut out some of these elements and then just foam taped them to give it some dimension. She also used, here we go, the leaf and blossom die set to go with that, and made these really charming flowers and leaves, and she put little sparklets on the center of each one. And then of course she added a greeting that is from, I think this is from 500 Script Greeting Dazzles, which is a really versatile pack of dazzles. If you haven't checked that out, I think I have one, yes, right here. There you go. Those are really great to have on hand for card making as well. Okay, some other examples here. So here's one from our friend Heidi. This one, she backed the curtain, lace curtain part with a little darker color cardstock to make that really pop, and added some paper flowers along with some sparklets. You want to zoom in on that a little bit. There we go. Thanks, Houston. So yeah, you can see lots of dimension and fun sparkles on that. Okay, and then this one, Heidi did a great job on this one. She added some curtains out of vellum. I just love this. And she just pleated those, just a little accordion pleat, and made a little header out of some striped paper, and just added that little detail. I think those little realistic touches that we can add to our cards just are really fun. Okay, our last window die is called the Arched Window Die. This might be one of my favorites. It's really versatile, and you can do several different things with that, which I'll show you. So this particular shape used all the dies. So this one, you have the outer die. You have a inner and outer arched window die. And then you have an inner and outer rectangle die. Okay, so I'm going to show you some different ways to use this. Here's one, once again, where you would cut it from the card. And how I did that was, wow, this doesn't want to come off. There we go. Okay, this particular one, you would just use the inner one here, move that over, and the inner arched window. Okay, tape those down with a little bit of stencil tape, washi tape, run that through your machine, and that's what you're going to get. Let me show you a couple other options here. Okay, we also have, if you just want to cut a rectangular window, or even just an arched window, with those, from white cardstock, you would use both the inner and the outer die, and the inner and the outer die of the rectangle as well. Okay, then as another option, you can also make this fun door-shaped die. Okay, so this one, from white cardstock, you would use the largest outer shape and the inner only arched die. Okay, so easy. Let's show you some cards. All right, here's one that used both the arch. Here we go. So here's one, on this particular one, I cut it out like this after covering it with one layer of cardstock, and then cut out both pieces like this and like this from the white cardstock. And then on the inside, did a little inking for a blue sky and added the bird and branch die set. I cut the branches out of just craft cardstock and the birds out of white, and then did a little brown inking along the edges there. And then of course added for greetings some of the script dazzles. This is a really fun card. I love the branches, and I love the versatility that it has so many options. So here's another example. Here's one that Heidi made. So she used the full die using all of the pieces, okay, and made this really fun card. I love how she did the greeting kind of overlapping through the window. Really fun. And she did an inside as well using the script greeting dazzles. And on this one, she just cut them apart to make two lines. And then finally, this one, so adorable if you're a kitty lover. For this one, she used both the outer die as well as the inside arch window die. So She used this one and this one, and then a little sparklet there to make a window. And then she also used, these are also prototypes, our kitty dies to make a little kitty there and setting them in front of the door. I love how she also made these little bushes on each side of the door, and she just took some green leaf paper, tore it out, crumpled it, and did some inking on that as well. That was a really fun technique. So thank you for joining me today. If you are watching us on YouTube, please check out paperwishes.com for more good things and more webisodes. And also check out our Money Saver, which is on the right side of your screen today. We have special value money savers on both of the different sets of cutting dies. So it's a great deal. Be sure and check those out.